Hello everyone and welcome to the very first Edpuzzle Party, Middle East and Africa. My name is Ivo Hanan and I am really excited to be hosting this first of a kind concept to support and showcase the very best to support teaching and learning in our classrooms with video through platforms like Edpuzzle. Now, some of you may have used video and other forms of media to enhance learning before the remote lockdown time period that we've experienced over the last 12 months. Since then, it's become a lot more prevalent in classrooms. So over the next 40 minutes, we're going to hear from some experts and some very inspiring educators from the MEA region who will be sharing their thoughts and ideas on ways to improve teaching and learning. So we're going to jump into the party room for the first time and see who's in there. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? So we're going to start off with some quick introductions. Anastasia, let's have you first.
Hey everyone. So my name is Anastasia. I'm a music teacher from Canada and I'm currently in Dubai. And I am quite new to Edpuzzle, but finding it quite useful in the music classroom. And I'll give the microphone to Scott.
Hi everyone, my name is Scott. I'm a primary teacher from Australia and I've been working in Dubai for 8 years now. So yeah, I've had some exposure to Edpuzzle, but looking to integrate it more into my planning and classroom practice. And Ben is next.
Hi guys, my name is Ben. I'm from Manchester, UK. I've been teaching in the UAE for nearly 10 years. And I'd just like to find out how Edpuzzle can help me with questioning in the classroom. I'm brand new to Edpuzzle, so I'm looking forward to learn more.
Hi everybody, this is John. I'm from Australia. This is my 8th year in the UAE. I'm a secondary music teacher and head of digital learning at Dwight School Dubai, and also new to Edpuzzle and looking forward to using it to enhance my teaching and learning in my classroom and my other colleagues at my school.
Hi, I am Samuel. This is my 3rd year of teaching here in Dubai. I teach employee design and I've been using Edpuzzle a lot for the last year and a half.
Hi, I'm Gary. I've been in Dubai now for some years, and I've been at the international school for that whole time. And again, quite new to Edpuzzle, but looking forward to extracting the most from what it can do for me and my students. I'll pass you over to Anthony.
Okay, hi, my name's Anthony. I've been using Edpuzzle for a long time as a teacher, a technology coach for teachers, and recently now as a head of department for Fairgreen International in Dubai.
And Kai, we'd love to hear from you, Kai, as well.
Yeah. Well, hello everyone. I'm Kai, or Kairubi, and I'm a primary teacher. I'm from India. And I've been using a lot of different technology in education. I'm new to Edpuzzle and I'm looking forward to use it and learn it in my classes.
Thank you very much, guys. Obviously a whole host of experience that's going to be benefiting people who are tuning into the show. So there's a few different aspects of Edpuzzle that really help highlight some of the teach and learn aspects that we like to go into. As you can see next to me here, the 3 that we're going to concentrate on today are the way that it helps to engage with questioning, the way it can enhance teaching and learning, and also how the data can be used effectively to help improve attainment and also engagement as well. So we're going to go to Anastasia. So Anastasia, I believe you use questioning quite a lot in your classroom. How has Edpuzzle helped you in this process?
Yeah, I'd love to chat a little bit about this. So Studies have shown that pausing videos or documentaries in the classroom drastically enhances learning, and Edpuzzle makes this possible. So we can insert a myriad of questions into any video. The options are multiple choice, great opportunity to add some funny questions for your students. Another option is open-ended questions, which is really important and what we use most, I would say. And you can also add a note in the middle of a video or really anywhere if you want. And as a music teacher, what I find beneficial from this is that while we're learning chords, for example, I can ask my students, insert a note into the video. So the video stops, and I can ask my students to apply their knowledge on a virtual piano or maybe on a real piano. I can also include a sound prompt, so I can record my voice and talk to my students, ask them a question, or add a meme. So lots of options there. And we know that questions engage students. It encourages active listening, and it also adds an element of accountability to the watching. And also, pausing to ponder on a question allows kids to have a chance to apply their knowledge. So your 5-minute video is not like an avalanche of information, but they're curated excerpts blended with immediate application. So yeah, I find it quite useful and quite amazing, valuable tool.
That's great to hear. No, it's great. Yeah. I mean, and so with being able to integrate questions into video that you can take from sources like Khan Academy and YouTube, how effective do you find that in comparison to pausing and then having to then restart and then find your place in the video again and so on and so forth?
I think it's great. As we're moving more towards independent learning with the students, it's really valuable for students to go at their own pace. And so the video is pausing on its own as the teacher kind of automates the questions. And so every student can be at a different point in the video, as some students may need to ponder a bit more on the open-ended question. So every child is learning and studying at a different pace. So
yeah. Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And obviously what you've said, independent learning, personalised learning, these are all key things now, aren't they, in 21st century learning. Ben, in Abu Dhabi, where you teach, I believe questioning to tease out answers is quite relevant. What do you think? Are you there, Ben?
Yep, sorry, just 1 second. Hi, yep, sorry, just want to repeat the question, but my speaker just went to
it's all right.
In the wrong moment.
Yeah, no problem.
I was taking a screenshot, so I muted the speaker so I could take a screenshot, so I wouldn't get found out for taking a screenshot. And yeah, it backfired. So one more time, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. So we were just talking about questioning. So Anastasia was telling us about how integrating questions into video, which is what Edpuzzle allows you to do, can enable you to create an opportunity for independent learning and personalized learning experiences. How does that play a role in the school that you teach in Abu Dhabi?
Well, just on the subject of questioning, so like I said, I'm new to Edpuzzle, so I'm looking to learn a little bit more about it today. But when it comes to questioning, just like what Anastasia was saying, in terms of media and audio and visuals, like my grade 7 girls, they love this YouTube channel where it's just riddles, and it's a 3-minute video, and it's a series of riddles, and it poses a riddle, but it has like a little animation before, and then it has 30 seconds of music counting down, and the children love it, and they ask for it as a kind of a reward in between lessons and things like that. And I tried it the next lesson, but I put the riddle as a single screen PowerPoint, and they had no interest. They thought it was boring. So sometimes the exact same content presented in different ways, encompassing different medias, gets a different response, which I think I would hope and imagine how Edpuzzle can help, in that it's not so much about what you're asking, it's the way in which you ask it, using different types of media, which I think it comes down to engagement, which I hope that's what Edpuzzle can bring to everyone and to my school.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, 100%. It's funny because those videos that you're talking about, my son watches them. One of them's called Bright, and
That's the one, yeah.
and he just doesn't. It just doesn't stop watching them. So that's quite cool. And you're right about the whole animation. Videos play such a large role now in teaching and learning, doesn't it? Before we move on to the next aspect to do with teaching and learning, I just want to quickly introduce you to Celia and to Oscar, who are joining us from the Edpuzzle team. Guys, this is your first party. How are you finding it so far?
Hi Ivo, thanks for having us here today. Yeah, we are so excited about this first party. We hope to be able to join some much more in the future.
Yeah. No, and I would like to say thank you to all of you, and I did it previously, but now live here, and I think it's very important to listen to teachers and guys with a lot of experience with the students and how to enhance teaching and learning, because we love to improve everything, and I think it's very important to listen to you and to take note of everything and improve, so we can help you further. So thank you very much, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Oscar, and thank you very much, Celia. So jumping into teaching and learning, so this is the core really, teaching and learning. This is what we're all about as teachers. How do we improve teaching and learning? And I had a conversation with Scott not so long ago about how Edpuzzle has helped him enhance teaching and learning in his classroom. So Scott, do you fancy sharing a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, in my experience, the beauty of a platform like Edpuzzle is just in its simplicity. In a nutshell, as Anastasia already explained, it allows you to insert questions into any video that's already online, or any video you record. And while it sounds simple, and it is, it just enhances engagement, first of all, and it also takes the focus away from the teacher, so it makes it more student-centered by allowing kids to engage with these videos independently, whether they're in the classroom or at home doing home learning or distance learning, as the case may be. I still have distance learners. And so what this allows me to do is, instead of just posting a link to a video where I expect them to watch and hopefully they'll gain something from it, there might be some follow-up questions, and then they have to remember what they watched or watch it again and answer the questions. And then I have to manually check their answers to the questions. What I like about Edpuzzle, and don't get me wrong, I don't work for Edpuzzle, I don't work for YouTube. It might sound like I'm selling it, but I am selling it because I think it is, in the plethora of platforms out there now, this one stands out just because it does something that I can't easily do on my own, or just makes something I already do in the classroom better. I mean, we all are in favour of technology in education. I'm in favour of using videos to support learning, because this is the YouTube generation that we're teaching right now. These kids live on YouTube in the virtual world, and so they're familiar with it. But what it allows you to do essentially is not only check for understanding, which we all agree is essential as educators, making sure kids are understanding what we're teaching them, or what they're watching, what they're reading, but it, as I think Samuel's going to explain, it automatically generates the data for you to see who's answered the questions, who's engaged with the videos, and for how long. It can automatically give you a grade based on their responses if you've got multiple choice or specific responses you want them to give. So that I really like about it, because obviously checking kids' work and generating grades, that's time consuming, and we just, all of us don't have that much time these days. So I like that it saves the time in actually showing me straight away at a glance who's understood what they've seen and who still needs to watch it again or get some extra help. So that about it I really like. I think it's a genius platform, and it's just so simple, so straightforward to use. You don't need to follow a tutorial. It's just you put the link to the video in, you can access questions that other people have generated before before, so you don't need to reinvent the wheel, which is great as well. Or you generate your own questions based on your kids' learning needs, and away you go. So that's pretty much my experience with it. It's limited, but I would like to use it more than I have.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that, Scott. Jonathan, in your school, you lead some of the technology. How do you find technology enhances teaching and learning, and what do you think about how Edpuzzle could possibly be used to enhance teaching and learning in your classroom?
Well, video and how video is used in the classroom is really important. In today's world, we want students to be critical thinkers and to be creative. And videos allows us to be creative, allows students to be creative, to enhance teaching and learning. And the components of Edpuzzle, where you can add the questions and make it interactive like this, I think is essential. And in the school I work at, and how I promote technology in our school, is about enhancing the teaching and learning, with learning being the main focus. So the questions can be quite differentiated as well, which also really enhance learning as well. And I think Edpuzzle just complements what's already going on with video. And like I said to you before, we want our 21st century learners to be creative, and video is one of those main platforms. So I think it's a great complement there between what we're doing with our current technology and Edpuzzle can enhance that in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, John. Yeah, 100%. And that whole idea of the future learning as well. I think any kind of platform that integrates video is very forward thinking, and that's exactly what Edpuzzle is all about. Kaya.
Right now as well.
Yeah, 100%. Especially, and particularly with the time that we're currently in. Kaya, how have you used video to enhance your teaching and learning?
So I want to begin saying that this year I'm teaching children who are 9 and 10 years old, between 8, 9, 10, like that. And I must say, half of my class is a YouTuber and TikTok video. So when I use any technology for teaching and learning, they connect with it immediately. They are so good. Like the way I've been using videos is a traditional way. Like, I would pause and we would interact, talk, and just the normal way that all of us use. But that's where, like, when I found out about Edpuzzle, I was like, this is interesting, because some children who like to work at their self-paced, who are self-paced in the classroom, Edpuzzle can be a great resource, because I could be using the same video, but they could be going ahead and answering questions and things like that. So yes, I've been using video to teach, and I've been also using video where children create their videos to kind of share their learning. So it's been a twofold thing.
Awesome. And it's great to hear that, actually, because what you've just said there about TikTok and YouTube, I mean, if this is the type of media that the students are using, we should engage more, right, in this type of media. So yeah, 100%. Great decision there, Kai. Well done. So before we move on to the third aspect, which is data, I'm just going to quickly highlight the top 5 schools, the top 5 most active schools in the Middle East and Africa region who use Edpuzzle. So at number 5, it's the International Community School in Jordan. Number 4, Al Bayan Bilingual School in Kuwait. Number 3, Gems American Academy, which is just down the road in the UAE. Number 2, Amman Baptist School in Jordan. That's our second school from Jordan. And number 1, guys, if you are watching this live on YouTube or watching it on YouTube, it is the Egyptian Language School in Egypt, guys. These schools are doing a fantastic job incorporating the very best features of Edpuzzle to enhance teaching and learning. And I'm hoping in a future show we can get some of these members of staff on board to explain how they're integrating such features to make sure that their students are learning in a much more modern way. So congratulations to those schools for using this platform in such a effective manner. Back to the party room, guys. We are going to move on to our third and final talking point, which is data. Now, data is a really big aspect of teaching and learning because it enables you to understand how effective you are in the classroom and whether the tools you're using need to be changed or whether you should keep them the same. Samuel, you use a lot of data. You actually use Edpuzzle, and you're a big fan of how it kicks out data. Tell us a bit about that.
Yep, that's one of the parts that I like most about, like Scott was sharing. Okay, Edpuzzle allows you to check not only whether the students have watched the videos or not, but for how long. And it actually breaks the videos into parts, and it tells you how many times the students have watched a particular part of the video, which is super interesting because then you can go there and you can check in your videos and see, oh, they have to re-watch this part 6 times, so there must be something there that it's not clear for them. And then you can either like add a note or add a question beforehand or something like that, or you can re-record the video. You can also analyze the results of the formative questions that Anastasia was explaining. Super important as well, as in, I normally add a formative question on each of the videos, and then at a glance I can see like, it's very, very visual as well, that part, because it has like a green or red, and if they go 100% is green, if they go 0% it's red. And you can see at a glance if most of the classroom have got the question right, or if most of the classroom has got the question wrong. And if most of the classroom has got the question wrong, I need to reteach, and I need to refocus on that, and I need to probably go at it from another perspective, or I need to find another video to explain it. Okay, so that's the things that I do. It allows you also to download all the data or the analytics that it generates. So I'm a big fan of downloading them, because I normally do small videos, okay, and then I assign a grade for 5 videos. Okay, let's say 5 videos that deal with a particular aspect. So that way, what I do is I download the data and then I assign the grade for those particular 5 videos using a spreadsheet. Basically, it allows you to check also the total time that the students have spent in the platform. So all those things are really, really useful data, and are things that allow you to change your teaching based on data, not based on your intuition, not based on what you perceive in the classroom, but with hard data on hand.
That's really good, and you can tell that you're a big fan of data with the passion that you speak about it, Samuel. So thank you very much. We've got a couple of other people in the room who love data and how data is used to enhance teaching and learning. Gary, how about yourself?
Hi, Ivo. Yeah, thanks. As a mathematician, obviously, data in the classroom, so I treat that very, very important, especially obviously when it gets towards exam periods and assessments. So, having something where you've got some concrete knowledge on students, and I don't obviously want to trip on over what Samuel's just said and repeat all of his points, because again, there's some really good points that he's made about obviously being able to download and actually keeping the data yourself, having to have all the little pieces of information, whether a student's got a question right or wrong, with obviously the question embedded in the video. You can obviously find out quite a lot, and obviously in COVID times when you've got online learning, it's really important that we try and become as data rich as possible, because that obviously helps inform yourself as a teacher, the students more importantly, so that they know exactly what they need to go away and practice, and how much to practice and how difficult. So judging those ability levels is really important, and that's the great thing about Edpuzzle, is the fact that obviously it does that too. And yeah, I mean, being, as I said before, a mathematician, I think that having a student using the data for themselves, showing them, you know, as much information as possible on what they've been doing, is really, really key there as a teacher. And having that information to feed that back to them is great, and that's exactly what Edpuzzle can do for them too.
Great, Gary. Thank you for those insights. Being a mathematician, obviously, this is something you're very passionate about, which I can see. Anthony, how about yourself?
Yeah, I said at the start, I've been using Edpuzzle for quite some time now, and I love how it turns videos, which are traditionally quite a passive way of learning, into an active way of learning. So you collect that formative data along the way. And I know it's been said by Samuel and Gary, but it really is the biggest boon to Edpuzzle. I love that engagement data, and I wish more platforms would do that. I'll add another thing, and that's how well it connects to an LMS or to Google Classroom if you're using that as a sort of micro LMS. I love that you can port that data straight into your classroom if you're using that as your primary gradebook. You know, as teachers that use EdTech, we're using so many platforms. Any way that can sort of compile into a single space for teachers is going to be super useful.
Yeah, absolutely. And that link that you've created there with Google Classroom is so vital, because there's so many schools now who are using some of these tools that enable them to just make things a little bit easier, you know, to set tasks in the classroom and to monitor engagement and so on and so forth. So yeah, thank you for making that connection, Anthony. I mean, this is going to be interesting now, because as we come to an end to this session, I get to ask you guys a bunch of questions and see just how responsive you guys are. So this is the part of the party that I enjoy the most, which is the quiz. We have the blue team guys and we have the orange team. Can we have the captain of the orange team introduce herself and her members?
Well, thank you for allowing us to be a part of this party. Orange team, where are we at? So we have, I'm Anastasia, who's a teacher, and on my orange team we have Benjamin, Mr. Benjamin. Nice to see you here. Mr. Scott, Mr. Jonathan. We're here to bring us to you.
Okay. Oranges, do you feel confident?
Yes, of course.
Do you feel lively?
Of course. I'm gonna win.
Okay, all right. Blue team, yep. Samuel, go for it.
For the blue team, we have Anthony, Kai, and Gary, and myself.
All right, guys. Blues, are you going to bring the rain?
Those oranges going down.
The rain is coming, apparently. Look outside.
There we go. All right, guys. So let's see. We're going to kick this off. Good luck. The way it works, we're going to have 5 questions. They are going to be dedicated questions to each team, and then the last question is double points. Each question's worth 2 points. The last one's worth 4. If your team does not give the correct answer in the first 20 seconds, we will pass it on to the next team, and if they get it right, they get the points. Okay, Orange, we will start with first. Question number 1, Orange. Okay. So Khan Academy is one of the platforms that is integrated within Edpuzzle, and it has hundreds of thousands of videos. But when, Oranges, was Khan Academy founded? What year? 20 seconds.
Google.
No, Google, guys.
Oh, it's got to be 10 years old. Khan Academy.
So how many guesses do we have?
1, I think.
And you're the captain, Anastasia, so you have to give the final answer. 15 seconds.
2011. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I'll go with that.
Scott, what are you suggesting?
Oh,
You want
Just
a little bit earlier than
where in my career Khan Academy came in. I think I've been abroad for 12 years, and I don't remember seeing it when I was in Australia, but it could be older than that.
Yeah, it got popular 10 years ago, but when was
Jonathan
it?
is saying 2008.
Okay, guys, we're gonna need the answer.
It's like
Okay.
2008.
Let's go with 7. Yeah.
2007. 2007. Okay.
14 years.
2007. Guys, that is the right answer. You kicked it off straight. I don't know how you did that. 2007 is when it was founded by Salman Khan. It's now kicking out. I think its revenue is like it's like tens of millions now. Great. 2 marks for the oranges. Blues, are you ready? Celia is going to give this question. Celia.
Okay, so we know when Academy was founded. Now we want to know when Edpuzzle was founded.
20 seconds, guys.
Okay, I was using it the last time I lived in Dubai, so the earliest I can go back is about 2014. But how many years prior to that did Edpuzzle exist?
I would go 1 year before that, but not
Yeah,
not more.
2013.
Yes. What do you think,
Maybe
I
2013.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm going to say maybe earlier than that, potentially maybe 2012.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go with your
2003.
instinct, guys.
They said the CEO was San Francisco, right? So how many years did it take to get across the pond?
Well, actually, one of the founders was from Barcelona.
Oh, right.
Yeah. No. We say 2013, 2012. What do you think?
We need your answer now, guys.
2012.
2013. I saw Oscar saying yes.
Okay.
2013.
Did Oscar just give the answer away? Oscar, you're not meant to give the answer away. It's a quiz. Oscar.
They were right, and they were pointing very well, like 2013, 2012.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know how this is going to work out now because we could have like a fight on our hands here, Oscar. You know, this is, you know, like you're going to get me into trouble. All right, so. All right, guys. So I mean, you guys were discussing 2012, 2013. I'll give you the 2 points because I'm going to have to. Oscar's not getting invited to the next party. All right, guys. So you guys get the points. So that's 2 points each. Well done. It was really cool, guys, how you've obviously worked out, like, you know, with Anthony going, I used it in 2014. And then people going, well, it can't be that much. It can't be older than Khan Academy because it's integrated. So, like, you know, that kind of whole aspect of what we do in classroom, right? You know, that whole teaching and learning and questioning. It's great to see teachers are practicing what they preach. So, question number 3 to the oranges. Do you have your listening ears still switched on? Is what I'm going to find out. So, 2 Jordanian schools were mentioned in the top 5 list. One was called the Amman Baptist School.
The one I remember.
What was the other one called?
The Jordan Amman something.
Oh, you know, it's the
Had Amman in it, had Jordan in it.
Michael and Air.
You got 15 seconds, guys.
Yeah, it's I've got nothing.
The professor.
Yeah, the Jordan International School of Amman. Let's try that.
It comes from Anastasia, so Anastasia has to give the last answer. Anastasia.
I request an open-ended question. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's find a friend.
Jonathan, what was your suggestion? Amman, Jordan?
Amman.
Girls' school.
Amman International School of Jordan.
Jordan, Amman, Middle East, Nina, Jordan.
Academy.
We're not going to get it.
All right, guys, we need your final answer.
That's our final answer.
What which part was the final answer? Which bit?
We have please.
The whole thing?
Jonathan?
All right, guys.
No, someone 50-50, please, or find a friend. I don't know.
All right, guys. Well, you're kind of a little bit off there. It was number 5. It was the International Community School, Jordan. So
International, that's half a point.
international, yeah. So yeah, the International Community School, Jordan. So no points there, unfortunately. Although I do actually, I should have actually passed that over to the other team. But seeing as though I didn't, the next question I won't pass over to the other team to make it equal as well. So question number 4 comes from Oscar. Oscar, please don't include the answer in the question.
Okay. Well, I think it's a simple question, but let's see. We want to know how many countries use Edpuzzle based on our data. How many countries use Edpuzzle worldwide?
Blues, you have 20 seconds.
Wow.
So it's less than 198.
Guys, because obviously this is an open-ended question and it's going to be very difficult to get it right, I'll give you a tolerance of 5. No, 10. No, that's way too big. I'll give you a tolerance of 5. So if you can get it within a range of 5 numbers.
Let's go with half of Europe. Half of Europe. This should have been a tiebreaker question.
Oh no, the tiebreaker question you're gonna really like. You're gonna like that one.
Well, that's if we tie. Don't worry, we won't need to tie. What should we go half of? No.
No.
Surely not. No.
How many?
Scott, what he said within 5.
Guys, you've got about 10 seconds left.
30 or 40.
You've got about 10 seconds left.
I'll go higher.
30 or 40. 50.
Higher, Oscar.
50,
Higher.
55.
Higher.
Higher.
Oscar,
50.
you're not coming to any more parties.
Let's go 80.
Samuel, it comes from Samuel.
80.
Samuel?
Okay, 80.
80 it is.
80?
80.
Okay, Oscar.
All of them. We have at least one school in every country in the world, so we have all of them.
Oh my word!
197.
What?
Yeah.
That is
We have
unbelievable.
one school in every country in the world using Edpuzzle, or now actively using Edpuzzle. The numbers were they grow amazingly during the pandemic, and yeah, we have schools everywhere, and we have thousands of teachers everywhere using Edpuzzle, which is amazing. And at the same time, it's like, wow, it's for us as an international team, it's like, wow, we need to reach to our audience, and it's huge. It's thousands of teachers everywhere. So
Great.
all of them.
Well, I mean, that's great news as well, because I didn't actually know the answer to this. So, I mean, that's great news, right? And well done to the team, guys, for stretching out across all 4 corners of the globe. It is still 2-2, guys. It is the last question, which is actually worth double the points. It's worth 4, but anyway, even if it wasn't, whoever gets this question wins. The last question is called Closest to the Pin. You will have 20 seconds as a whole to answer this question. So after 20 seconds, I'm going to ask Anastasia for an answer, and then I'm going to ask Samuel for an answer. Okay? The closest to the pin, the closest answer wins. So YouTube is one of the media platforms that is fully integrated in Edpuzzle. And as we know, it generates a lot of money. What was YouTube's revenue in billions in 2020? 20 seconds. Confer, discuss, go. You don't want to confer?
I don't want people pinching my.
Well, it has to only come from one person, so you need to talk to each other. You got 20 seconds.
I'm just going to message Samuel.
Gary, you can't.
Oh, I can only message you.
Yeah.
US dollars.
Billions in US dollars, yeah. Billions of US dollars.
Full year.
to be a ridiculous amount, Anastasia. A ridiculous amount.
At least 4 billion, probably.
I'd say more than that.
You got 5 seconds, guys.
15 billion, Anastasia.
Canadian or American dollars?
Like you're gonna do the conversion, Anastasia. Come on. I need to be thinking in American all of a sudden.
Sam, go high.
All right, guys. So we are gonna have Anastasia's team go first. The oranges with your guess. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So Scott is suggesting 7 billion. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, great.
7 billion.
7
7 billion. Okay, $7 billion for the oranges. Blues.
We'll go. It's closest to the pin. We'll go to 7 million and a half.
Okay, guys. So it was actually 19.8 billion. So the Blues win.
Oh.
And just and just so you know, guys, in the fourth quarter, it was just shy of 7 billion. So in one quarter, it was just shy. It was like 6.5 or something billion in quarter 4. So Blues, congratulations. Well done. Great competition there.
TikTok, I wonder.
Yeah, well, that may be coming up in the next party, guys. Guys, we are drawing this party to a close now. I just want to quickly thank people who are tuning in. Guys, thank you very much for tuning into the show. We hope you've gained some valuable insights, and we hope you choose to use Edpuzzle in your classrooms. Check out this link below here, edpuzzle.com, to find out how you can use this fantastic tool to enhance teaching and learning. I'm going to jump back into the party room and say thank you to Anthony, Samuel, Kai and Gary on the blue team, and Jonathan, Ben, Anastasia and Scott on the oranges, and of course Oscar and Celia for joining us from the Edpuzzle team. Guys, it's been a great party. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much, guys. You enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll catch you soon. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.